Honest, YouTube. Happy now, also now it gets to be in the present. First day signing back in here, putting on my perception into the cloud of collective to expand the collective consciousness. You are now tuning into the mind of an alginate moon. And it's currently Mars day in the space and location where I'm at. And Horus will be transiting the 10th house. Okay, and this is going to be my continuation on the ascendants. Okay, so the last video I did was Leo ascendants. This will be Virgo ascendants. Okay. This would be Virgo. This would be for the Virgos, okay? Let me fix this. Let me fix these. Okay. I apologize for that. So yeah, this would be for the Virgo ascendants. Alright. So first of all, what is the ascendant in your chart? The ascendant is known. And how do you find the ascendant? What is the ascendant? How do you find it in your chart? Your ascendant is known as your rising sign. It's also known as the first house. You find it in your first house. Okay, so if you look at the first space in your chart, this will be known as your ascendant. Okay. Yeah. So, and the let's say the sign that will be rising in that first house, yeah, that would be your ascendant. Okay, so this is for Virgo ascendants. Okay, so what do we know? Okay, about Virgo. Oh, also first house has to do with personal issues, anything that has to do with the self. Okay, anything that has to do with you personally. So what do we know about Virgo ascendants? You know, or Virgo in general. Okay, so Virgo is fixed Earth, not fixed, but mutable Earth. Virgo is Earth sign that's mutable. Okay, and you know Virgo, born in the 6th house, born from the 6th house. Okay. Where Virgo comes from the 6th house. Okay, and yeah, mutable Earth. Okay, and it's being ruled by Mercury. Okay, so what I like to say, you know, is yeah, the you would look like Mercury type shit. So this is like your let's say the ascendant you're carrying or the spirit you're carrying. So let's look at this. You will come up as someone who, you know, is, let's say you would be able to, let's say, hold conversations, first interaction. Most definitely you come off as someone, you know, who is communicative, but it's like more yin. Okay, so more within. So like I say, air is the yang of the left brain and earth is the yin to the left brain. Okay, so you would be communicating not outwardly just to communicate, but communicating to make sense. Okay, so yeah, being ruled by Mercury, your ascendant will come off as most definitely, yeah, more, let's say, yeah, curious, you know. You will come off as, let's say, Virgo ascendant will most definitely, yeah, be into analyzing of the self or analyzing anything that has to do with you personally. Okay, anything that has to do with you personally, you know, you actually sort of analyze. And looking at this is my North Node, you know, Virgo in the first house. Okay, so yeah, with this, you know, this is most definitely the analyzing of self. Okay, so it's just like anything that has to do with you, you know, it's almost like sitting down and really looking down and seeing, you know, you know, you actually looking at yourself. You know, you're not just there, you know, it's almost like calculating your self-expression, calculated self-expression in a way. Self-expression is, you most definitely are, you know, in tune with how you express yourself. And, you know, with this North Node for me and me being a Leo ascendant, that's like key because, you know, most Leo ascendants tend to be dramatic and, you know, with having that fire, fixed fire influence, that sun influence, you know, it's fixated on self-expression. But yes, I am a Leo ascendant and I'm fixated on self-expression. But with that Virgo North Node, it's like, yeah, my self-expression is most definitely calculated and practicalized. And, you know, I'm most definitely analyzing my self-expressions, you know, however I express myself and shit with that North Node. So North Node is just, you know, what you got to work on. Your spiritual path in this life. That'll be a whole different video. or series, okay? But this is right now is for the ascendant. So like I said, the unconscious, the spirit you're carrying, how people see you, okay? So yeah, most definitely you will come off as someone who is, yeah, curious to, you know, you will most definitely be communicative, you know, communicative, questioning, you know, in conversations, when you're in conversations, you know, you're not someone who is one ear and out the other type shit. You know, you're actually speaking. You know, you come in, you're engaging. You know, because Virgo being adaptable, mutable. Okay, so you're making sense and going back and forth to make sense. You know, with your relationship, people you know you interact with as a Virgo ascendant, dealing with Mercury. Okay, so just you having a Virgo ascendant alone, you know, you'll most definitely be exercising your throat chakra, you know, because that's what Mercury is ruled. You know, that Mercury, you know, is that throat chakra, you know, correlates with that throat chakra. So as a Virgo ascendant, you most definitely be doing communication, okay? Not as, you know, I did the Gemini who shares Mercury with you. So let's look at Virgo. So there's Virgo. Gemini does share Mercury with you. So Gemini is the, like I say, masculine side of Mercury. Virgo is the feminine side of Mercury. Hence why you see Virgin Mary right there. That's Virgin Mary. She is basically that sixth constellation, that sixth house type shit. Okay? As above, so below. Okay? So, yeah, ascendant Virgo is, let's say you almost definitely, yeah, how you make yourself look and this, how your appearance, you know, most definitely is like, again, analyzed. Virgo ascendant most definitely, oh, I gotta get out the habit and stop saying most definitely, saying most infinitely, okay? But most infinitely, as a Virgo ascendant, you analyze, let's say, how you dress yourself up and how you carry yourself, looking at the mirror, you know, you, let's say, check the mirror more than once, you know? You know, details. Virgo ascendant, let's say, if you're a Virgo ascendant and you look at, for example, you analyze the appearance, not because you do it to yourself, you know, and you come off as analytical, okay? You do it, you analyze the self, you know, it could come off as others, where you see just having this Virgo ascendant, you know, looking at, you know, let's see if I had like a blue spot, just a blue spot right there, you pick up on that, and that would be, you know, you would most definitely spot that, and most definitely, most infinitely want to comment in this section and be like, oh, that doesn't match. For some reason, that's like, there's something off there, you know? So looking at little details like that, you know, paying attention to details, that's the word I was looking for, you know? Details, you know, and yeah. Virgo ascendant, let's say, Virgo ascendant, you know, not only analytical, it's not dealing with analyzing, it's dealing with, let's say you will be, yeah, someone who, you know, just being able to work with people, being able to help people personally, being able to provide anybody, you know, with any services that, you know, yeah, like, because this Virgo energy, yeah, is dealing with work, you know, and Virgo is, the energy of Virgo is to be of service, in any way, shape, or form they can. Okay, so when you put this in this first house, okay, the Virgo ascendant, you can most definitely work with people. Yeah, you work with people, and it's like, but with this here, you know, with the first house, you know, being that fire house, it's a spirit house, okay, and you're ascendant here, you know, fire is right brain, okay, Virgo is left brain, you know, earth is left brain, you know, so it's just like, you will be able to work with people, you know, personally, even if, let's say, they show signs of being difficult to work with. Okay, so even if this person shows signs of being difficult to work with, just as a Virgo ascendant, you will look at that person's personality like, you need to work on your personality. You need to work on self-expression. You need to work on expressing yourself a lot better, you know. And being a Virgo ascendant, you'll be able to analyze this and pinpoint this and see when someone needs to, you know, when someone needs work personally, because you do it so much with yourself. And, you know, it's just like, yeah, you know, you're analyzing the self, you know, and you most definitely be able to work with people, okay? Work with people, anything that has to do with them personally, like I say. Sort out issues, sit down, make it practical, okay? Make sense of why people are expressing themselves the way they're expressing themselves, okay? Virgo ascendant must probably be the person to come up and ask, you know, question, like I say, to make sense. Earth tries to make sense out of something. Virgo ascendant would probably be the one to come up and ask, hey, why would you do that? Not because they're just being a Virgo and being nitpicky, but they're trying to make sense. You know, whatever you're doing, they'll probably ask, you know, why did you do that? You know? Why did you do that? Why did you express yourself the way you did? You know? And yeah, you know, why would you do that? You know, type shit. Even if it could be positive or negative. You do something positive, and from the Virgo ascendant's perception, you know, depending on the spirit in the body and the frequency vibration, you know, they'll ask, why did you do that? Even if it's positive, you know, on the positive side, they're asking so they can maybe incorporate this sort of positive way of self-expression, you know, for them personally. And then the negative side, you know, they're probably, let's say you do something negative and they ask like, why would you do that? You know, and you know, it's something they perceive to be negative, and they ask, why would you do that? Because they're still trying to make sense, you know. And it's like, and they find that out, and you know, whatever your answer, you know, that's all will make them, you know, be like, okay, because they just want to make sense of self-expression and how people express themselves and why people go about taking action. So for example, you know, I'm in Leo ascendant and I could be dramatic, you know. Leo ascendants can tend to be dramatic in how they express themselves, you know, and it's the sun. The Leo ascendant is attractive, you know, and so a Virgo ascendant most definitely be like, hey, why would you do that type shit, you know, to make sense, because it's, you know, it's left brain. Fire is right brain, okay? So yeah, this has been Virgo ascendants, okay? Analyzing the self, anything that has to do with you personally, you know, you sit down and you're like, you know, yeah, slow, steady with it. You know, that's how the earth is. You know, the earth signs, you know, they're fixed like the earth. You know, it just is what it is. Okay, Russian signing out. Catch you next time. Virgo ascendant.